Hello, everybody. It is House of Lev. We're here. Excited to do a little chit chat with you guys. Let's talk.
Got some big announcements, some exciting news, some things that we are working on that we're really excited about.
Mommy.
And there's our son.
Mommy.
Yep.
Yes. He is going to be in this live too.
Mommy.
Yes.
Mommy.
Where's Aaliyah?
It's
She's right there. Yeah. You want to see Lily?
All right.
yeah.
Okay. Go with Lily.
No.
All right.
We have one person on?
Yeah.
Two.
Who's the first? No, Yosef. No. Nobody.
Don't please.
Don't push.
Let's see.
Don't please.
Shalom.
Hey, what's happening?
No, yes, no buttons. No buttons.
All right.
Hey, guys.
I'm posting it.
Guys.
No,
Yosef,
Yosef. No. Please. No.
I'm open.
No more.
They're all
No,
gone.
all gone.
I'm open.
Yeah, they're all gone.
I'm open.
Shalom,
God.
shalom. Another impromptu live. That's what we do. You just got to be ready at any time.
So let's see. We
You
have
gotta
two
be
people
ready.
on right now. No,
No,
we have
seven.
7 people on. Who's tuning in? Where are you tuning in from? We have 2. Let's see.
Give us a scoop. Where you at? Where y'all from? The U.S.
US. Oh, what time is it? Depends on where you're at. East Coast, West Coast, Midwest.
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Hey, we're trying to come to
Wow.
Brooklyn. So look, listen, we may be doing a tour after the Chagim in Cheshvan, I think. We want to come.
Wow. 3:37 a.m.
Wow, you're up?
Incredible.
Listening to us? What are you doing? What are you doing? Wow. No, we appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Laura, she's from Holon. She's in Israel. So we're on the same time zone.
I should be asleep, California. Wow.
Yeah, you should be asleep if it's 3.
Well, that's not 3 in California.
Huh?
It's not 3 in California. That's 3 somewhere else.
Oh. East Coast is 5:40. Okay.
Oh, wait, is it then?
That's what she said.
It's 3 in California?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm posting the link to our social media platforms so we can get people on. Excited to chit chat with you guys. We got some really cool things to talk about.
Yes. Some cool projects that we are working on. We're really excited about it. Of course, with Hashem's help.
Okay, boom. We're live
You're
on
sleepy.
YouTube.
You're sleepy.
Here's the link.
Okay, 2:38 in California. Wow.
Link.
Yeah.
Boom.
You're up. Wow.
Link. All right. Live now. Okay, so I just posted on Instagram.
Oh, and then you should have said big announcements on that. There we go.
Okay, 17 people on. I think that's enough to start the conversation and get started. So first of all, thank you guys for jumping on last minute. As I said before, you just never know with us. You just gotta be ready, man. You gotta be ready at any time. You just never know. However, we will, Bezrat Hashem, we will get to a point to where we have scheduled lives.
Yeah.
So that way,
thank you.
Thank you so much. What are your thoughts on some of the West African tribes? Oh, good question. Let me get to that in a minute. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. So Bezrat Hashem, our goal is to have every month we'll have scheduled days where we go live. And that way you guys can plan it and you know what's up.
Mhm.
And
then we'll kind of be mindful of the time as well. That works with like
Yeah.
the US and here in Israel.
which
as
is
well,
about
too.
9 p.m.
Yeah.
here, 9 p.m. here. That's usually, morning time on the West Coast, morning time on the East Coast, something like that. So we'll keep that in mind. But we want to get consistent, which is part of the reason why we're having this live, so we can kind of talk about our up and coming plans for the very, very near future. Bezrat Hashem.
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask this. This is a good question. What are your thoughts on some of the West African tribes, the Igbo, Ashanti, having Hebrew roots? It's a good question. So at the beginning of our journey, we were learning about these different Hebrew roots or tribes that have these incredible, Jewish traditions. Specifically the Igbo tribe. We didn't, when we first started, we didn't just jump directly into Orthodox Judaism. When we started, we were just kind of going through the whole motions of everything. So we at first, everything started with Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
Right. So, it was like the hardcore Hebrew Israelites standing on the street corners in New York, yelling at people, things like that. And then from there, after, we weren't feeling that, then it was kind of like we started dabbling just a little bit into like Messianic. Like we're still trying to figure things out, because there were some Hebrew Israelite groups that were Messianic still. And then as we got further, we started learning that there were people who were called New Testament. Old Testament, like Old Testament groups. I don't know what they call themselves, but they only learned the Old Testament, right? And so, and then within that whole journey, there were people talking about, obviously, the African Americans came from the coast of West Africa via the transatlantic slave trade, brought to the Americas, so on and so forth. And what we did learn over time, and we've actually met people in person who actually have these this background actually from these tribes, and they have a very, very beautiful oral tradition that at some point when the Jewish people were scattered from Eretz Israel, they went down through Africa, went and crossed over the Sahara Desert, and they ended up setting up shops and settlements over in the coast of West Africa. And these eventually became the different areas that they started developing. It wasn't the only area, but they were all throughout the continent of Africa. And even if you just speak to, you speak to many, many different tribes all throughout Africa, they have these incredible stories. And so long story short, because I want to get back into, other stuff, but long story short, they, we can't deny. I don't think nobody can really deny that that they have these traditions for a reason, and they come from Israel. A lot of them, yes, they come from Israel. As you guys know, like the Jewish people, we were scattered all around the world. So Africa isn't the only place you find them, right? Since that's the topic, yes, the Jewish people are all scattered throughout Africa. So a lot of you just check their tribes, check their oral traditions, and it's pretty incredible. So in a nutshell.
Shalom for those that are tuning in
thank
we
you.
are speaking.
Amazing. Okay, so Chav and I, we have been on this journey for a couple of years now. This journey as far as content creation, and some people are pretty shocked to find out that we don't have a team. And some people ask like, "Oh, well, I know you have this, and it's like we don't have a team. Everything has just been us since the very beginning." And we've gotten to the point, so we realize we need some help. We need lots and lots of help, because our whole goal in doing content creation is to help people get closer to Hashem. That's our whole goal. We want to bring people closer. We want to, shine light to the world on the beauty of Judaism, the beauty of Eretz Israel, so on and so forth. And
especially for those that are on this journey, like we were, like when we were on this journey, we were looking up things and how do we do this and what does this look like? And so, and is there other Jews of color like us? So
Right.
it was things like that we were like, okay, like this is why House of Lev came about, because we weren't really finding quite all of the answers to everything that we wanted to see. Or if you, sorry, that's our little one. He's playing with the loudest toy, of course.
Joseph, no.
No.
So there was things that, we wanted to see. And so that's why we, created what we've created, and even the content. And some of you have noticed, of course, like our content has slowed down. Obviously, converting to Judaism, making Aliyah, all of that within less than 2 years has been a lot, especially moving here and just getting acclimated and adjusted, and our kids and that. So Akiva and I, we came to the conclusion, as well as many others, we've had other content creators and rabbis and great friends are like, you guys need help. You can't do everything on your own. And especially with what the things that we are working on and what we want to do. So it's a lot with that. And we're going to share some of those things. You're going to go, yeah, how do y'all have time to do that?
Yeah. So I mean, we're making videos, we're doing family vlogs, we're doing we haven't really done like podcast style since we moved here, but back when we were in America, that was kind of like the setup. We had a whole little setup in our garage, and we have microphones and lighting and all these different things. And so that was something that we didn't just give up. We've still been in transition, trying to figure out how to still do all the things while taking care of kids and all these things. So, podcasting,
speaking
engagements, again, content creation, our vlogs, our inspirational videos, and some really, really cool things that we are now working on. And it's in concept mode. We are working on some Jewish children's storybooks. And I'm really excited about this. Some storybooks. So being able to go into the stores, into Judaica stores, and or you can go online, Amazon, and right. And you can go and you can open up a book, and all different types of Jewish children can look in there and they can see themselves. So I'll tell you why is it important for us? Us being people of color, when we were going through our Jewish journey, learning and everything, our children, we would go into these stores and they're kind of browsing, looking through books. We're looking at books as a family. What are we going to buy? And not one time have our kids been able to see themselves in these books. And I know for a fact it's not just us. I know that there are other ethnicities, people of Asian descent. There's Asian Jews, there's Hispanic, there's all different types.
We've got to meet all the different types. And that's what we want in our books. We want it to just not be one type, that it's going to be diverse, like Israel is. You come to Israel, you see the many colors. Why isn't our book showing the many colors? And so it's very much so in our heart, and we're already working on it. Akiva's going to actually put something up in the chat so you guys can be able to see just the potential of what it's going to look like and what we're working on. And it's huge. And this is going to take definitely funding to be able to create these things, and assistance and help with all of that. And we have to create a team now, because Akiva, honestly, he's the one that is doing all of this, the editing. Like when we film, I'm just in the videos, but at the end of the day, Akiva is editing and pushing it out. And he's the one that's creating the cartoons and the books.
We didn't even mention that yet. Now let's mention
I spilled the beans.
No, it's no beans,
But you guys are going to see, that's what we're working on, a series, a cartoon series as well.
An animated series. It's going to be incredible.
It's going to be incredible, as well with books and pushing lots of books out. And so what is that going to mean? Obviously, that's going to be even more for us, because Bezrat Hashem, that allows us to be able to, God willing, to go share those books maybe in the schools with kids. And I know our kids' school, they said as soon as we get that done, they would love for us to share the book with the school. So I'm like, that's already things that can be, in the works in the future as well too. So just lots of stuff. You guys I hope you guys had heard a little snippets of his music. So music is now another thing. Lots of, yes. Yeah.
So yes. So for those who are coming in, we're talking about. One second. So we're talking about, putting together a team. We are at a place where we are, over capacity of being able to do things. And so we mentioned books. So having books full of diversity. These books, who's going to be in the books? Our family. So the books are going to be
as well as other characters that will
yeah, exactly. It's not just going to be us,
yeah, but it's based off of kind of like
it's based on our family. So all of us will have characters and things like that. And so there may be a book, a specific book, a story with just a couple of our kids in it. Maybe it's Bezalel and Leah. Maybe it's just a couple of our a couple of our little kids. Maybe it's just her and the girls in the book, me and my sons in the book. Maybe there's going to be books where it's the whole entire family, right? So it's going to be beautiful to be able to see. Listen, it's Jewish diversity and togetherness. We're so excited about it. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you. We really appreciate that. Galit. Sorry, my Hebrew is not good. I'll answer the question in a second. But we really appreciate it. Thank you so much. What was I going to say? So we talk about books. So what something else that we want to do? We are also creating some animated series. Okay, meaning it's a cartoon. So it's going to be cartoons, multiple different episodes, a whole series of animation. Again, based on our family characters and all different stories and different lessons. Not everybody watches TV, so we understand that. But since there are lots and lots of families who do allow their children to watch only like Jewish cartoons. So you have people like companies like Tovido, but it's a cool Jewish company. They're like the Jewish Netflix.
Well, there is there's a thing called Jewflix, I think too.
Yeah,
so
that has movies. And so we want to we're creating that. So I've already been working on the designs, the illustration. I'll show you guys what some of that looks like in a second. So with all that said, I can't do it on my own. I need a team. So
and to answer really quick as well, yes, our plan is to have the books in Hebrew and in English.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. So right now I am doing the comments myself, just so I can kind of get the concept and get the idea. But I want to be able to. What we're doing, we're now starting to raise funds. And we're launching a really cool, awesome fundraiser. We're going to raise funds. It can all happen very, very soon, so that we can be able to put it in motion. So I see people giving these incredible gifts to us. Thank you so much. I'm going to ask if you're considering, because we want to ask for your help. We want to ask for your support, and there are links. There's specific links that we want that we would prefer that you guys send it through. So I will. YouTube takes.
Yeah, they do take a chunk.
They take 40% of it. So hold on those. I'll send the link if you guys want to help. So I'm gonna put a link in here, and if you guys can, maybe the video is very quick. It's 3 minutes, but if you're able to just take a couple seconds just to watch it, if you want to watch it now, please feel free. If not, save it. You can watch it for later.
Is there a way that you can pull it from here when you can play it?
No, YouTube hasn't. Share screen. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see.
You might be able to share it then from. Is it in your email?
1 second. Let me see if they can do it. Sure. Allow.
Oh, you can. The notes.
Okay. Okay. So just real quick, can you guys,
Why is it so many?
because it's showing this page. Okay.
Oh.
I just showed a clip. Give me just like a number 1 if you guys can see this. It says this could change Jewish media forever. Give me just a 1 if you can see this and hear it. I'm going to pause it.
Oh.
Oh, you can hear it and see it? Wow, it's amazing. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys can watch it. Not here. Oh, wait, she said not hear it. Can't hear.
Okay, so nobody can hear.
Let me see.
What
Let me.
about volume on there?
No sound here, but on the link we only see it. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. We can hear. You can hear it? All right, so you guys are tricking us now.
So some can hear the video and some can't. Maybe, I don't know why some people could hear and why some couldn't.
Okay, so let me stop the share.
I know you can hear us right now, but can you hear the video playing? That video particularly.
Let me try one more time. Also, audio tab, share audio.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, this should be it right here. Give me a 1. Family, also known as House of Lev. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to watch this video and read this email.
So it means a lot to us.
Okay. Okay, really quick, can you hear that? Just want to make sure before I go any further. We now hear but can't see. No video, but we can hear.
Why?
Oh, man.
That doesn't make any sense.
They can't see it. How come they can't see it? We see.
I can hear but cannot see. Okay.
You guys are our online community and we have
Busy schedule to watch this video and read this email.
so it means a lot to us. You guys are our online community and we appreciate each and every one of you so much. Your support, your love, we can't even tell you how much it's meant to us and how much it does mean to us. And so as you guys know, for the past not even 2 years yet, we have made Aliyah, we have converted to
Making sure. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, Toph.
Okay.
Judaism. It has been an incredible journey.
A little bit, right?
Love, we can't even tell you how much it's meant to us and how much it does mean to us. And so as you guys know, for the past not even 2 years yet, we have Aliyah, we have converted to Judaism. It has been an incredible journey and we feel very blessed to be able to take you guys on this journey. And with that adjustment has come a lot of changes within our family. That's adapting to new life, new culture, new language, kids in school. And so it has been challenging for Akiva and I to be able to record and do the things that we wanted to do in our vision as a family with House of Lev. And so we are sending this email. We're making this video for you guys because we need your support.
So up until now, we've been doing everything from creating to the recording, the editing, and everything in between. And so we've reached the point to where we really need some help. We need a team. We love being able to connect with you guys, to be able to share the different experiences. And we want to continue to do it. But to truly grow and take it to that next level, we need partners who believe in this mission. Our dream with House of Lev is to flood the world with light and inspiration and to really help people get closer to Hashem.
So House of Lev has a huge vision.
Big vision. big.
For things that we want to be able to do, like wholesome Jewish books for children, being able to create books for them that's very diverse. That means a lot to us. We've talked about diversity and wanting to see that more in children's stories.
I mean, imagine just going into the bookstore and you and your child can open up a book and they can finally see themselves in a book, and they can see and really experience Jewish diversity. And another thing that we're very excited about, a House of Lev animated series showcasing many, many different aspects of our family, all Torah centered, incredible stories and lessons, really showing how beautiful Jewish life is from the lens of a book.
So this is our dream. We need your help. We cannot do this alone. This is a huge vision that's going to take a lot of support and help.
And together we can raise $100,000 this year to build the essentials. Anything you feel in your heart to give would be incredible, and everything helps.
Be a partner in House of Lev.
Together, let's flood the world with holy creativity and share Hashem's light with thousands. Okay.
Let's see.
All right. So were you guys able
To
see
hear
it?
and see it. That's good. Video audio was working.
If you can, this is the link. If you can watch it, at your earliest convenience.
You sent it.
It's
okay.
yeah. So it's still a little bit behind. So we'll kind of wait for them to catch up. All right. So what I'll do, let me get this here. Too many characters.
You can shoot. Why?
You gotta get a certain amount.
Oh, okay.
All right. So what we're doing, so I just put in
Hearts.
I just put in the links where if you're interested and able, you wanted to support, we would greatly appreciate it. So again, for those who are coming in, and we might even just do it again too, just for people that are kind of coming in and you didn't see it. But we're raising funds to create an official House of Lev production company, so that we can, continue just to really 10x Jewish content and really take it to the next level. We have, House of Lev storybooks coming out for children and for family. We have an animated series, which is, we were looking at the video. I'm like, oh, this just looks so cool, man.
I almost get emotional, honestly, like watching it, because it's like, it's so exciting, and it's crazy to think that that's not even out there right now to even see. I mean, we've looked up many, and there's none that really do show the diversity in Jews of color in a series. So it's something that we're really, really excited about.
Yeah, absolutely. And no, Dima, thank you. If you want a nice website or online shop, I'd be happy to help. Thank you. Email me. So look, I'm going to put the email here. Because we can definitely talk about it. If I'll also reach out to you guys first. Let me just, before we start putting together the team, I mean, we have an idea of, of kind of the route we want to take. But if you guys have expertise in these different areas, please reach out.
Especially with the animation side of things, because we are looking for a team to build the people who know how to do that stuff. And especially where technology has taken us nowadays, with the whole, like, being able to do things with AI. If you have any type of, like, you can send stuff over to our email to show like your resume or work. If you know how to do those things, that would be amazing.
Yeah, even administrative work also, if you're good with organization and, what do you call that? Microsoft Excel and all those different things. And you can put stuff together. If you have those expertise too, please, send us an email. because again, we're putting together an official team, and there's again new people coming on, so I'll just kind of be like a broken record, but we're excited to announce that we are putting together a House of Lev creative production team so that we can take Jewish content to the next level. And we want to continue. We want to get back to our podcasting, and we want to be able to have everything that we need for that. We have, again, our vlogs. We have Jewish books for kids, storybooks. I was actually working on a character today. I'll show you. I didn't even show you yet because I did it while we were. So I was standing at the bus stop today, and I was with Batya.
Oh,
right.
how cute.
So to be able to animate those things, it's going to be cool. It's going to be very, very cool.
Yeah. And so like we said, like the resources and the help we need, we can only stretch ourselves so far, if we're focusing obviously on doing 9 to 5s, and that limits us to be able to be creative and do the things that we can do and push things out there. And that's, it's not easy. It's a challenge, but in our hearts, it's like, we want to get these things done. We want to be able to get this stuff out, but it takes even longer of a time when we have so many other things that are consuming our time too.
Right. Exactly. So I'm putting it in the chat again. It looks it's like a little wonky.
We'll make sure. Oh, okay. Make sure everything is whatever it is, and you put it line.
Yeah, I was trying to.
It's not done. You do that.
Yeah, I gotta because if I push enter.
Okay, House of Lev. What is that? What is that too?
That's me. Okay. Yeah, this looks a little bit more orderly here.
Yeah. Okay.
This is Zell. So for just to also let you guys know. Okay, I can delete this part. So to also let you guys know, we are registered as an Osek Patur, so we can we can legally do business here in Israel, and so those who send a gift and support, it'll be all backed by a receipt. So I'll be able to give you guys a receipt also, but it isn't tax deductible yet. And the reason is because it's a long process to be able to do that. We're in the process of talking to some companies that can help us with that. We would have to partner with a 501c3 company in America,
Right.
A nonprofit, so they can kind of umbrella us, and we will be basically partnering with them in that particular campaign. That way, once we do that, those who are wanting, it to be your donation would be tax deductible, then we would have to wait until we get that official. So just to make that clear, however, you will get a receipt if you are choosing to send support. If that makes sense.
Also too, if you break down, we had a breakdown of the numbers of what it will take as far as like this many people who donate this. I mean, when we looked at the numbers that way, it's so, oh yeah, we have it written out. So if 500 people gave 216, we'll reach our goal. That's incredible. 500 people doing $216 will reach it. If we had 2,000 people giving 54, we'll reach our goal. Or if we had 5,500 doing $18, we'll reach our goal.
Yeah, crazy when you put the numbers like that, right? It's it's not. Yes, you got to work hard and you have to continue to be consistent and things like that. But it's not it's not far-fetched, right? So again, if you guys are interested, you guys are willing, if you guys are able, we would appreciate your support. the neighbor from Beit Shemesh. Thank you so much for tuning in, coming in. Again, just to give everybody an update. Again, we're raising funds. We're raising funds to be able to put together a creative House of Lev production company so that we can continue just to take our Jewish content to the next level. We want to continue. We want to be able to continue to to help people all around the world in many different avenues. So with that said, you guys have questions about anything, questions, and if it's on the topic, great. If it's off topic, that's also okay as well. So we'll open up, for some questions, and let's talk. We're here. Oh, somebody, the one that
up there, you had that. Yes.
Okay, so it must be a cultural shock moving from one country to another. Yes. What are the cultural differences between Israel and the U.S.? Woo. Okay, it's a lot. That's a very very loaded question, loaded answer. You want to start? Let me start.
Yeah. So for one, yes, it is a culture shock, right? I think going from one place to another is always going to be a shock to somebody because it's a whole different way of like how life and how things operate and work. Let's just start with language, right? That itself is sometimes a challenge for us. Of course, we moved to a place. Yes, you can get by with English, but you do need to have Hebrew even here in Beit Shemesh. I think so. Also, there's differences with things as far as how it works. Like they've been really big on focus of like customer service and all of that stuff here. Here, I think, it's different because at the end of the day, it's like we're family here. And it's like we have this understanding of like, listen, we're family. Let's go. This is how we operate. Let's do things. Customer service is not so much of a thing here. I'm talking about within everything when it comes to anything that you're doing with housing, all of that stuff. It's just like I said, it's more of this like family vibe. Like families are not going to sometimes push and go, okay, I'm going to take care of that for you. They go, I'm going to take care of that when I can get to it, and that's kind of like the thing here. And you're just not used to that as far as, in America where it's like, even Amazon, you're like, okay, I need this tonight, same day delivery, right? It's like, I think we kind of get used to that mindset and adapting to the whole, like things need to be done right away. And so here, everything's very like relaxed. Nothing is an urgent matter. Even when it came to like school and we were like, okay, we got to get our kids in and like this, with it and this. And they're like it's okay. Like after the high holy days, they'll be fine. They'll get in. And I, that's when we first came. I can't believe we're going on a year. Wow. Amazing. It's like we've experienced so much in a year. It's like, I feel like I've been here longer, but then I feel like it went by so fast.
Yeah.
As well too. So
there's. One thing I'll say is that there's a big difference with focus. People here, they're very focused on spirituality and their families.
Yeah.
And they care very, very little about materialism. Very little. You have big families who stay in a 2-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom apartment, and they don't complain or whine about their kids having to share rooms.
Family of 6 is like the average is like 2 to 3 bedroom, honestly.
Yeah.
You'll find that's a very common thing. In America, it's like, I'm not gonna say everybody's like that. It's like everybody needs to have their own bedroom and all of this. And here it's like, no, it's the bunk beds is the life here. And
it has to be, in America, things have to be big. Things have to be spacious. And some people fall into, I have to have, luxury. And here, it's not a thing. It's not a thing here, which is beautiful because it allows you to be able to just focus on the most important thing. Focus on spirituality and growing and connecting, mitzvot. That's what they're spending their money on. They're spending their money on a sukkah. They're spending their money on doing mitzvot and helping people, tzedakah, caring about the community. That's what it is. Like there is, people, especially if you move into, like a Torah observant community, people aren't people aren't trying to be fashionable. That's one of the reasons why you see men wear black and white. The reason they wear black and white is for simplicity, right? They want to just keep things simple. They don't want to have to go through a whole bunch of things in their closet and be like, okay, what I got to figure out today? It's just one less thing they got to worry about. But it's also simple. It's like, my main focus is just my Torah learning, my family, my connection with Hashem. That's my main focus. It's not about the clothes, right? Right. If anything, the women are, yes, are dressed nice, right? But as far as a label, the type of the brand of clothing that you wear, even women, again, they look nice, they take care of themselves, but they don't care about who made their clothes, right? Is it true?
Well, we don't care about like the designer names, but here we have like our Israeli like brands that it's our go-to that we love, and like it's not about just the material like name. I think that was even something that was kind of a shock for me to see here. And I'm not going to say every place is like that here. I think it depends on where you live as well in Israel, because I know somebody's going to say, well, I live in, and we, there's people who get Michael Kors, and it's like, I'm not saying that's everybody, right. But I'm saying more so over than how it is in America. It's not that whole like focus. And I think what's actually so beautiful here, that's why I said it's very family oriented, because your expenses is like, so many things are given. It's beautiful. We have Gemachs here, which is kind of like a secondhand store of things. Like you almost never need to have get clothes like that for your kids, except for the holidays. Like, right, you get some like new dresses and things for your girls and things, but people are always like giving stuff away. It's like you can get by, you can get things. We're always looking out for each other. Right. So I think it makes it very beautiful, because I'm not saying that's not the case in America, but when you see the majority of like, hey, I got these shoes right here. Do you have little ones that need these and this and this? It's like everything's being recycled, and shared. And I think the main beautiful thing that we see is like every week you come out of Shabbat to go into Shabbat. And you see that like that's what every single week you're preparing for Shabbat. You're talking about it. I mean, it comes out, and then on Sunday we're like, who's coming over? Who's the guest? Who would I have to pray? What am I making for this? It's like every day I'm focused on Shabbat, and it's very beautiful. Yeah, for sure. Somebody said there's pseudo Haredi fashion for women. Yeah, that's true. We're not heavy in the Haredi world like that, so I don't really know too much about it, but it's true. It is true that there's a big focus. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, guys, today is Akiva's Hebrew birthday.
Hey, yeah, we're live.
I didn't even know. Happy birthday. What's up, y'all?
Thank you.
I didn't even know until you texted me earlier.
I know. It's Akiva's Hebrew birthday.
I was like, I didn't even know.
Today's my birthday, the 23rd of Elul.
I was like, what?
My English birthday is September 20th, but I don't go by my English birthday anymore.
So today's his real birthday.
Today's my real birthday.
This is his real birthday today.
Yeah, that's it.
23rd of Elul.
So that that's kind of the differences there, right? Customer service is bad here. Period. That's just it. I remember before we moved, people were saying that. It's like, listen, don't think you're gonna get customer service when you move to Israel, right? And so I was like, I don't even understand that. But it's true, right? There's not really any customer service here. I remember when we first.
Are you in the bathroom?
Okay, we're back on. Can you guys hear me? There's a lag. It kicked us off. We got kicked off for some reason. But give me a number one if you back, if you with me. You back. Okay, cool. So no, thank you so much. Thank you. No. There was it's not my son's birthday, it was just my birthday. His name is Bezalel Moshe. Okay. Did we any more questions?
Love y'all.
You out of here?
Yeah, gone.
Okay.
Just gonna have a little break to get it.
All right, man. I love you very much.
Bye, everyone. I'm going back to school. Had a little break.
All right.
Bye.
We got to go. We'll get everything together tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we going to Oman. Cannot
Woo.
wait. Hey. I cannot wait.
We're going to Uman. So tomorrow we are leaving for Uman, Bezrat Hashem.
Cannot wait. Okay, bye.
Okay. Chabad of Santa Clarita Valley. So interesting. That was our first shul experience. The Chabad of Santa Clarita Valley. They're amazing. They were amazing. So loving, so amazing. And but unfortunately, the community wasn't established enough. It wasn't big enough. It was still new. There weren't any schools or anything like that. So we weren't able to convert there. But we were able to to go to shul there for a little bit, build a relationship with the rabbi and the rebbes in there. They're amazing. Very, very amazing. We'll always have a course of Tov for them, for sure. But so for those who are wondering, when you're starting your process to conversion, the Beit Din has to make sure that you're in a developed community. That's important. You can't be a Jew. I won't say that. You can't be an observant Jew to be able to do mitzvot, and because Jewish life, and everybody can probably agree, Jewish life is all about community. It's all community. Right at Shabbat, there's kiddush. You have lunch together. Some communities, right? You have shul. Right, everything is community. You need community. So from there, from Santa Clarita Valley, we were able to move to Irvine. So it was about 2 hours away from Santa Clarita. It's like kind of north, and then Irvine is way south from there. So that's where we kind of set our family up there. Choni Marzov, something like that. I always mess up on their last name. We were on Lost Canyon. That's where we lived. We were living on Lost Canyon. I think that's the street. And we also lived in Valencia at one point in time also. So yeah. Is my son in the Breslov school? No, he's not. He's not in the Breslov school yet. Once he graduates, Hashem willing, he will. He's looking to go to the Breslov yeshiva here. Shrat Hashem. Okay. My friend goes to Uman the day after tomorrow. Yeah. So we're leaving tomorrow, flying into Moldova, I believe. And then there's it's 7-8 hour drive. That's just how you do it, because there's no flights that goes directly into Uman. So you have to take some transportation, and you hike it. You make the hike. So we're very excited about it. Can't wait to be my first year going to Uman, and it's going to be amazing. So you guys already know I'm going to take my phone. Yes, I'm going to take my phone, but I'm going to use it for footage, and I'll get lots and lots of footage there. And I'll make a cool video, later, and I can't wait to be able to share that experience with you guys. It's gonna be life changing. Okay, love you, babe.
I love you.
Okay, she's gonna pick up our girls from school. And so yeah, I'll be with you guys, for a little bit more. If you guys are still there, just give me another thumbs up. Or a 1 or something.
And if anybody hasn't seen the video, you can play it again.
Yes, I just want to make sure you guys are there. Because sometimes when there's no comments, okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay, so for those who are new and you didn't catch the first 20 minutes of our live, welcome. Thanks for coming on. This live was specifically to share some very exciting news with everyone, and that we are building an official House of Lev creative production team. And this team would allow us to be able to really just 10x our content our goal is to be able to help people get closer to Hashem through media, whether it's videos and podcasts. Now it's music, and also one of the other part of the announcement was us creating some Jewish books. So we're making some books for kids, and we're very pumped about it. We are very, very pumped about it. And the stories are going to be based on our family's lives and our experiences, but it's not going to just be us in the story, but it's going to show the diversity of the Jewish people. It's going to have all types of Jews. Why is that important to us? Because when we first started this journey, our children could not, and they still are unable to find themselves or see themselves in stories, meaning there's no characters that look like them. For us, we're people of color, and then there are Asians, then there are Ethiopians, and then there are Hispanics, people from South America, people all around the world. People are unable to find themselves or see themselves in a book, and this is important, especially for our youth, especially for our children. It's important that kids can be able to relate and see it. Right? I mean, I'm not gonna say that, but it's good for a kid's self-image to be able to say, like, wow, like this person looks like me. It's important. A lot of people, it's obvious maybe that's not important for a lot of people, but I know for a fact that it's a pain point for a lot of people like us. It's a big pain point. People share with us all the time things like that. And wondering, like, how come not one author decided to make to make a book that shows everybody, right? Now there's PJ Library. There's an amazing company called PJ Library, and you sign your kids up for it. It's completely free, and every single month you get books. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome, right? It's a bracha. However, a lot of the stories don't show Torah observance, right? It doesn't. Some of the stories are Jewish stories, but then the boys don't have a kippah on. They're not wearing tzitzit. Sometimes the women, are not dressed zniut, right? For some Jews, that doesn't matter, but for a lot of others who are Torah observant, that's important, because what's going to happen if our children are constantly they're reading these books and they're seeing all the kids that are singing Jewish songs in the books, and it's a Jewish story, it's a Hanukkah story, but then they're wondering why the kids don't necessarily look Jewish, right? Then that's sending mixed messages to children's, right? And kids' minds are very impressionable, very, very impressionable. So you have to, exactly, Divine is right. You have to be able to identify, right? But again, as you're raising Jewish children, specifically for us, we're raising Jewish children. We want our children to be able to take what we built together and, what? Okay, hold on. We want our kids to be able to continue with this tradition, with our Jewish traditions and our Jewish values. We want our kids to be able to pass it down from generation to generation. That's what Jewish life is all about. That's it. So we're really big on that stuff. And then we're also working on cartoons as well, which is something we're very excited about, man. Very excited about. Okay, so let me see. I want to pull up something really quick. I want to show you another clip that I was working on. It's awesome. Oh no, that's a silly one. That's not. Okay.
Mommy, Bobby, almost done working.
Yeah, I'm almost done.
And there we got me.
Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. 1 second, 1 second. Hold on, I'm about to show you guys a video. It's just like a 5-second clip.
What does that mean?
Okay, 1 second.
You're moving.
Okay, give out 1 second. Give out 1 second. Okay. Okay. 1 second. Okay, go. So here's another little clip of what looks like me and Chava just kind of taking a little walk. Right. So just cool stuff like that. We're just to be able to have that. And just we want it to be very, very, very high quality. Yeah. They made the heads big. No. Looks fun though. Yeah. And then I made that. So that's our little Batya. And just having this, all these different characters, stories, and it's just, it's necessary. It's necessary. Right? Okay, CLE. I have written a word to you guys a while ago before your conversion. I'm a convert too. Amazing. I've never been to Israel yet. Would like to make Aliyah too someday. Amazing. So happy to hear that. Hav and I, we get very excited when people are wanting to move. It's amazing. It's the best thing ever. And you should have nothing but bracha. It should happen for you. It should be easy for you. And it should happen soon. So one thing that we tell people is that you should contact Nefesh B'Nefesh and start your paperwork. When you get all your majority of your paperwork in, you don't have to go. There's not a deadline. Careful. There's not a deadline on when you have to go. You can get everything or the majority, 90% of everything in, because there are some things you can't do until you get your approval and until you actually have a date, so on and so on. But you can get the majority of it, 90% of it done. And then that way, whenever you feel that it's time for you to go, you can just go. You don't have to wait. So that's what I would do. If you haven't done it already, just start. Get your process going, getting all your passports in and all, because a lot of it can be it's time consuming, right? There's a particular document called an apostille. And this is just, I even forgot what it is, but basically I think it's a document that just allows you to leave, but you have to get an apostille on, like in your birth certificates, your marriage certificates, all and again, just depending on your family dynamic, everybody's situation and your documents look different. Like we had to have some extra things. Us, being Gerim, we had to create, us and our 2 older kids had to create personal statements of why we wanted to convert. Then we had to get it signed off by our rabbi. Then our rabbi, every Ger has to do this. The rabbi has to explain the process, how you guys met, and just kind of, he just have to sign off on it, gets the approval, right? So it's a lot, and so you can just get ahead of it all. Let's get it done, right? That's what I was saying. Okay, any more questions? We're almost at an hour. We wanted to at least spend about a good hour with you guys. Be nice, guys. Be nice. Okay, very good. So for those, yep, I'm coming. So for those who are able to, you guys wanted to partner with us to help us hit, huh? What, this? Roll raisins? No, you can't have raisins. So for those who are, who are wanting to partner with us, we would greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. It means a lot to us. Again, we need help, right? It's not just not just us asking, right? It's we're asking to help to be a part of a cause, of a mission. We're also, one thing I did not mention yet, we're also offering sponsorships also. So for those who are interested and wanting to know what those sponsorships look like and just more details, send us an email. And House of Lev at Gmail. Send us an email about sponsorships, because one thing that we're offering, I'll just read this to you. So, there are book sponsors. You can get a dedication on the inside cover of a book, right? In the memory of a loved one or something like that. Co-sponsors for a book. Then for the animated series, there's episode sponsors. You can sponsor a whole episode. For a podcast, if you want to have, a particular podcast that we do in the zchut of a refuah shlema for your loved one or something like that, or for the success of your children, you can sponsor episode. For shorts and for videos, you can have vlog sponsors and all those things. So, yeah. So if you're interested, send us an email and send us an email, and then we will make sure that you're good. Okay. 1 second. I'll put the different ways you can support there. Couple questions. How's your Torah progressing? Gemara, Shulchan Aruch. Good. My goal is to, I try my best to learn every day. Just learn a little bit every day. So I attend the Breast of Yeshiva. So there's a kollel program that happens in the morning and at nighttime a couple days a week. So that's incredible. We're learning Likutei Halachot in the morning for Reb Natan of Breslov. We're learning, and then also from that we go into the Shulchan Aruch. We dive into the Torah. So it's very good stuff. Then a couple nights a week there's a Likutei Moran shir that our Rav does. And I have just my personal learning seder every day. So thank God for the Torah. What do I stand in the Gemara? I stand. I'm learning every day. That's it. How long the process you took before becoming a Jew? It was a couple years, maybe 2 years. Yeah, maybe about 2 years of us learning and kind of figuring things out before we decided to do an Orthodox conversion. Yeah. Most people, it's 4 years in the U.S. What's 4 years? Yeah. So conversion. Oh, yeah. It just, everybody's different. I've heard that, and for a lot of people that I know, 2.5 years. 2.5 years was our process. 2.5 years. And that's usually typical, especially the Beit Din that we went through, and the people that were kind of in that same program with us, converted around the same time as us, is about 2.5 years for them. But that doesn't mean that's like for everybody. It's different, right? There are people, 4 years for some people, it's 5. I see there's some people that takes a longer time than that. I know someone, she has a YouTube channel. Her name is Me'era. And she's incredible. If you don't know who she is, you should check it out. Me'ora. You may know her, but no, you can't have raisins. Oh. Yeah. We were serious. We didn't have any hiccups or anything. We showed up when they said show up. We did everything they told us to do. We were learning every day. We moved and. Right, so we were serious, and that's for people that are doing what they're supposed to do, and it's not nothing weird. I would say it should be about that at 2 years at least, because you guys got to think, it's a lot. It takes, listen, I'll say for us, it takes 6 months to a year just to unlearn. 1 second, boo. Go. I'll be done. It takes 6 months to a year to unlearn Christianity and how we used to think and conduct our lives with things, right? Then it takes a whole nother year to learn how to be a Jew. It's like your whole life. It's not just a thing where you learn in one day, a couple weeks. No, you have to, it's transformation. That's what it is. Living as a Jew, your life is transforming. Listen, you got to learn how to keep Shabbat. Shabbat in itself is extensive. It's the greatest gift in the world, right? But it's very detailed. There's a lot of little nuances and different things you have to understand. You have to understand how to have a kosher kitchen. You have to know what to do, what not to do. How do I, can I walk? How far can I walk in my community if there's no eruv, right? What's an eruv, right? So it's all these different things, and meats and dairy, learning how to eat correctly. There's a way to eat holy. Then you learn, you learn how to, what to say, these different blessings that you say before you eat all different foods. Then that's not even half of it. Then you have children. Depending on the age range of your children, you have to teach them, right? If they're young, Baruch Hashem, then they don't have that much work to do, right? They just jump right in and they just start learning everything they're supposed to. Hey, I was just talking about my kids. So, and then our older kids, like that's the work, because I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you. My, we had we didn't grow up Jewish, right? So we were accustomed, and our older kids were accustomed to living a certain way. And, with things that we would watch on television, and, things that we would eat, and holidays are totally different, the way that we dressed, especially my daughter and my wife, they weren't dressing nude. And so coming into this way of life, it's a whole life change. And if you come in and you hit a hard right turn, sometimes it can be detrimental. Shalom. Sometimes kids aren't so receptive, and you can't just come in and just and be like, okay, we're changing everything. Throw this away. Do this. Don't do this. You can't do this. Know this, right? And then what's going to happen is your kid's not going to want to do this thing. They're not going to be Jewish, because they're like, okay, you weren't this hard on me when we weren't like this. So why are you making this thing like this task? We really, really wanted to make sure that we made Judaism fun and loving, and wanted to make sure that they wanted this life. I didn't want them to come in and be scared of it, and to look at it as this task, and it's like, oh my gosh, what did my mom and dad get me into? We didn't want that. So we had to, and we're still learning. We're still learning to be easy. You can't force it, right? The best way to teach is to do, is to show. That's the best thing. My Rav told me, he says, when you do what you're supposed to teach, you don't have to try to find the right words to say. Meaning, just do it. You want your son to learn Torah more, then he should be seeing you learn Torah more. You can't be like, you should be in your room, you should be at the table, you should be in the Beit Midrash, learning every single day, morning, night. But if you're not doing that, you can't expect them to do it, right? So that's the thing. That's the biggest thing. So my point, we're talking about how long it takes to, to transition like this. I mentioned earlier, for those who just came in, right? It took a long time to just unlearn Christianity and how they think and all the doctrine. And it can be longer for some people. I know some people, they have such a hard time letting go of Yashka. They just can't believe it. They can't be like, okay, there's no way, but it has to be. It takes time. So that's that. That's that in a nutshell. Does Chava get mistaken for Moroccan Jew or something like that? Yeah, she gets mistaken for a lot of stuff, to be honest with you. She gets mistaken for a lot of different things. She has a very, very unique look, and she's kind of like a chameleon. She kind of blends into a whole bunch of different communities or different different backgrounds of people. So she's got Moroccan people. Sometimes people think that she's like Egyptian. She's gotten Hispanic a couple times. She's gotten African. Like she's gotten because she's also part Filipino. So it's just like she's gotten like Asian. So she gets a whole bunch of things. Yeah. If a non-Jew decides towards these eating practice, feeling is permissible, just asking. Better non-Jews thinking you're a Jew, have a lot of mitzvot. Yeah. It's tough. Abdullah, learning how to live as a B'nai Noach is tough because yes, there's tons of information out there, but it's not so mainstream. It's kind of like underground. You gotta have to like find these communities, but they exist. They exist, and there's some incredible organizations out there who there are people there's Jews who have dedicated their lives in helping. I also say that it can be challenging sometimes because it is the Jews' responsibility to be able to teach B'nai Noach. Why? Because where do you find how to live or what to do, what not to do as someone, as a Noahide? You can't just open up a Tanakh. It's not there. So where do you find this stuff? You have to go into Torah Shabbal Peh, right? The oral Torah, right? And you have to, you have to go into really to find out. And then so the challenge is somebody that's not Jewish, you don't really know how to navigate these different texts, and so I think it's important, like, yes, there are things you can buy online. Like we have a very, very, I have a couple of very extensive books for Noahides. A Noahide can pick it up, right, and learn it. But a lot of it is sourced in the Gemara, right? This, they don't, a lot of them don't even know where to go to even navigate it, so it's really going to take, Rabbanim, Jewish teachers to really help, navigate. It exists, but it's just not so. It's not so simple or so mainstream, right? I'm secular, so you are more just me. Now listen, we all have our own journey. And one of the first things I always say when people say, I'm secular, or I'll meet somebody and they'll see my kippah or they'll see my tzitzit or something like that, and they'll meet me and we're talking, and one of the first things they feel they have to say is that I'm not religious, and or they'll say I'm secular. Here's the thing, it doesn't matter. You want to know my response? My response is, but you're a Jew. That's my response. You're a Jew, and Hashem loves you so much. And sometimes people say, people feel that they need to say, I'm not religious, for whatever reason. But I don't. For those who may feel like that, I don't feel bad, right? Don't feel bad. Everything happens in the right time. Right? Everything happens at the right time, and everybody has their own journey, right? Has their own journey, right? My Rav, he used to be an atheist, born Jewish, but he didn't grow up with Torah, mitzvot. nothing in his home, you know. And now he's now he's a Rosh Hashiva, you know, a rabbi, and his whole life changed. And he always talks about, you know, Rebbe Nachman talks about how when you want to get closer to Hashem, you just start little by little. That's it. I've heard story after story after story of people who didn't grow up with the Torah, and they were secular, or they grew up that way, and they decided they decided that they wanted to get more closer, become more observant, and they just did little by little. Stop eating non-kosher food. Just a little. They said, okay, I'm gonna at least eat kosher food. Boom, start, you know, doing that. I'm not gonna eat, you know, food that the Torah says we can't have, and it was just little by little, little by little, little by little, and their life changed. Actually, heard a story today about a man who, you know, who wasn't religious, and he met another Jew who was. I forgot all the details, but the guy was like, you know, I don't want to be religious, and so what happened? Yeah, good job. So this particular year, this Jew bought him a very expensive set of ZZ. He bought him a ZZ, right? And he was on a plane or something like that. This guy that wasn't religious, and for some reason, he was traveling with it, right? So he gave it to him, and I guess the pilot was moving it, was transferring it to this particular place, and he announced it on the intercom system in the airplane, you know, how special and how expensive and rare that these ZZ were. And so the guy was like, wow, this is great. Why did he get me this? So basically, long story short, eventually he was like, you know what? Just to like make this man happy, I'm just gonna wear them. I have no intention of being religious. I'm just gonna wear them because I just felt bad. You know, he got them for me. It's a gift. Somewhere. You already know what happened. So he decided to keep wearing them every single day. And eventually, long story short, his life changed. And he wanted to keep the Torah mitzvot, right? So even if it's just a zizit, a little piece of kosher food, whatever, right? Every little bit is okay. Every little bit is okay, right? And Hashem loves you, no matter where you are. No matter where you are, He loves you. I grew up with a Hanukkah and a Christmas tree. Yeah, I get it. What made you and your family want to leave Christianity in the first place? I myself had left Christianity and converted to Reform in the UK. Christianity didn't make sense. It didn't make sense, right? When I found out the Torah requirement for who the Mashiach will be, it canceled out JC. Canceled him out, right? That was really the first thing right there. He just didn't fit the bill. So I said, okay. Amongst other things too. It was just too much. They took our Tanakh and then attached a book called the New Testament onto the Tanakh, rearranged the Tanakh, rearranged the books, the order, misquoted some scripture in there. It's all kind of stuff. And I was like, Moshe Rabbeinu said, you can't change my Torah. You can't change the Torah. Like, don't change it. And it was tampered with. So what are you guys doing? Yeah. Listen, Lloyd Divine, you know, listen, again, everybody has journeys. I know you said that you shouldn't because Reform isn't Jewish, right? Listen, I agree with you. I agree. Reform Reform Judaism is very tough. They don't believe in the oral Torah. So I'll say this, right? To be a Jew, can't be loud. I'm about to wrap it up soon, though.
Hey guys, we could do it on the floor in your room.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Go do it on the floor.
Hey, go do it in your room. I was almost done. Give me 5 minutes. I'm done. Okay.
Then we color you in my.
Yeah. Yes. I'll say this and I'll get ready to wrap it up. So Hashem gave the Torah to the Jewish people. He didn't just give the written Torah. He didn't just give the written Torah. He gave also the explanation of those mitzvot, those commandments, right? Because when you look at, if you just look at the Tanakh, right, or the Chumash, the first 5 books of the Torah, right, you'll see it says, you should put totafot between your eyes. What is that? What's a totafot? And you should, right, and these should be between your eyes. Well, how do you explain that, right, to somebody that's coming into this world? I mean, into this Jewish life, right? To fill in and all these things. How do you understand how to do that? Well, it has to be some type of instruction book, right? And so that's where the oral Torah comes in at, right? And so my point is that Hashem gave the Jewish people both. He gave the commandments and he gave the explanation of the commandments. And, these other sects of Judaism, right? Specifically Reform, right? This isn't to tell you what to do, right? We're not here to tell you that. So I don't want you to think that's my heart. Since it was in the comments, I want to touch on it, right? Reform don't believe in the oral Torah, right? It's kind of like a free for all, and you can just kind of do whatever you want to do, and right. And so people ask me all the time. They say, "How come you decided to go Orthodox?" Well, it's because the Torah is true. And so I wanted to find and connect myself to wherever the Torah was true. Right. And so it was Orthodox Judaism, right, that had that at the core of their belief. It's like, okay, they keep they believe in the written and the oral Torah, right? Hashem is one, boom, right? Okay, sorry about that. It knocked me off. If you guys are still there, just give me a quick 1 if you guys are still there. You still with me? Just so I can officially wrap it up. I don't see any. Okay, there's a 1. Okay, thank you guys. Amazing. So yeah, we were talking about just the different groups of, within Judaism, why we went the Orthodox route, right? Okay, so here's my point, why I was saying that everybody has their own journey, right? You never know, right? You never know people's situation. You never know people's situation. There are people that I do know that converted conservative for personal reasons. They went Reform, whatever, and then eventually, boom, their hearts turned and they got back and they ended up going through an official Orthodox conversion, right? And so everybody's journey is different. It's different. Now that again, I'm not saying that I would recommend it. If people ask all the time, should I do an Orthodox conversion versus the other ones? I always say, do an Orthodox conversion, right? You won't have any issues. You want to be recognized amongst the Jewish people. You want to be recognized by a legit Beit Din, and also to be in a line with the Torah, right? Then we always recommend Orthodox conversion, but never judge anybody that this is where they're going, that they went down this way. You know, as a matter of fact, there's a reform guy. There's a reform guy that learns at the yeshiva I go to, right? My Rav isn't telling him that, dude, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Deep down inside, he knows where he's at. He knows where he needs to get to, right? But he's just on his journey, right? And so with love, with tefillah, right? And if this person keeps coming around, they're going to get it. The reason, I'll tell you this, one of the reasons that people don't, not every, but I've heard this, one of the reasons that people don't want to convert Orthodox is because they've had unfortunate experiences where they would feel really judged by the Orthodox community. This is across the board, right? But they've been very, very judged, and they don't feel the warmth that they may feel and experience over in the other sects of Judaism, right? Yeah. So that's a whole other different thing. Is that it's important that people feel warm, you know, especially people that are coming, you know, coming into Jewish life. They need to just feel warm and welcome. Okay. And I agree with you that there are Erev Rav amongst the Orthodox community, 1,000,000%. We completely agree with that. We've experienced that. This woman converted 3 times, become a Jew. Yeah. And the girl that I mentioned, Me'era, she went conservative, and she eventually had an Orthodox conversion. And she talks about her whole story. It's very inspiring. Very inspiring. I would encourage, go listen to it. Ha Me'era or Ha Me'ora. She has a YouTube channel. And she converted conservative at one point, and that was just where she was holding. And she has a beautiful explanation about her reasoning for it and just her background and all these things. And it's awesome. It's awesome. What is the difference between Messianic Jews and the other sect? Yeah, so Messianic Jews still believe that Yeshua is the Mashiach. Now there's also there's also some different layers within that also, because in some Messianic communities, some believe that he's actually God, chas v'shalom. Some also, and then there's others who just believe that he's just the Mashiach, and he's going, you know, and that's just what they're holding, right? So that's the major difference, right? The other sects of Judaism believe that Hashem is one. They believe, right? That's the core of the Torah, is to believe that God is only one, right? It's no others, right? But the Messianics, right? Because even if you believe, a person believes that Yeshua is Messiah, right? I mean, it's that. Listen, hear my heart. That's better than believing that he's God. Chas v'shalom. You see what I'm saying? But again, you have to understand, this is what helped us get out of Christianity. What helped us is understanding, okay, the Torah gives us a very, very clear criteria for when Mashiach comes. He's going to do X, Y, Z. He's going to be from a particular lineage. He's going to bring the Jews back to the land of Israel, right? So just that alone, right? Since JC didn't do that, right, it cancels him out. He's not Mashiach. The Torah says the Messiah is going to bring the Jews back to the land, and then it's going to be peace in the world. During his time, during his time was one of the worst times for us, right? Persecution. You know, we were persecuted by the Christians, and it was forced conversions, mass conversions. It happened in Spain, and the expulsion, all these different things, right? So it wasn't the end of wars at all. Right. And the Torah clearly says, if someone coming on the scene claiming to be Mashiach, and he fails to do one thing, he's not Messiah, he's not Mashiach. Period. Point blank. Once I learned that, that was it for me. Right. Cool. Okay, you're not. Okay, I will upload this. I'm going to end it. I'm going to get back to my kids. I really, really appreciate you guys so much. I really, really do. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. We really love being with you guys. We're even thinking about doing another one, maybe later on tonight. We'll see. Bleed Nader. But we're thinking about doing it again because at this time there's a lot of people up on that's sleep on the like in America who would love to also be on and connect, but they can't right now. So this one was for you guys, and then we'll hopefully we can do another one. So again, for those who are just came in, you didn't hear my wife and I. We are building an incredible creative team, a creative production team, to really take our Jewish content to the next level. We're talking about podcasts, more taking podcasting to the next level. Obviously, continue doing our vlogs, but also a couple new things. We're making storybooks for kids. That's going to just show the beauty of Judaism and diversity, and it's going to be stories based on our kids, based on our family. So we're working on those, and we're working on an animated series also. Okay, a developer, as far as like a website developer. Let me know. We're looking for an animator also. That's one of the main things. Someone who can do animation, illustrator, people that's in the book space. If you do any of those things, please email us at ahouseoflev@gmail.com. Email us. Let's talk about it. And yeah, we're creating an animation, a children's animated series of cartoons. I'll put the link here also. Check out the video, save it, because once website app. Okay, yeah, send it to me. Somebody else sent us also, and they actually emailed us already. Oh, wait, they emailed us already. They also do website development. Website app. So you can watch this video to really get a little bit better understanding about our vision and what we want to accomplish with Hashem's help. But we're raising funds. So we're starting the beginning stages of like the ground roots campaign right now. And I'm very excited about it. We cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. Up until this point, I've done everything on my own, as far as everything that you see, all the designing, the videos, the editing. So I've done everything by on my own. And my wife and I, we just want to get to a point where we can create, send it off to our team, kind of help, guide. But we just want to be able to serve people. We just want to be able to do this with you guys. Want to be able to get back to all of your emails and your messages and your questions. Do some, maybe some personal coaching, personal mentoring, things like that. We really want to be involved, with all of you guys. So we have a campaign. Boom, we're raising $100,000. That doesn't seem like it's not a big goal, right? Especially when you do the breakdown, right? 50 people giving $216. We're there, right? 2,000 people giving $54. We're there. Right, we have 18,000 subscribers on YouTube, right? So you can kind of go figure there. 5,500 people giving $18. We hit our goal, right? And so I would really appreciate it so much. Any help, anything, even if it's $1, if whatever, right? We would love for you guys to be a part of it. We're also offering sponsorship opportunities as well. You can do a book sponsors. You can have an episode in the success and the merit of a family member or something like that. So email us, right? Email us for all the information. We'll be happy to share any information that you would need. But we're pumped, right? So thank you guys so much. One more thing. For those who wanted to donate, right? This is the information right now, right there, where you can send. And this is the beginning stage of the campaign that we're building. We're working on partnering with a bigger nonprofit so that then we can offer tax deductible receipts, things like that. And B'ezrat Hashem, it all works out perfectly. So I'm going to Uman tomorrow. B'ezrat Hashem, me and my son, me and my oldest son. I can't wait. If you guys want us to pray for you, I'll be happy to go to the Kever Rebbe Nachman to pray for you. So just email us, and okay, I'll put that in the description. Okay, email me your name, your Hebrew, if you have a Hebrew name, send the full Hebrew name. I'll be happy to pray for you. So love you guys very much. Thank you so much for your love and for your support. Thank you for being there with us from the very, 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 very beginning. And that's it. I'm going to get back to my kids now. Love you guys very much. See you soon.